A warm welcome to your Barbados Today Evening News Update. Our top story, a massive fire erupted at the Crane Hotel this evening. The blaze, which reportedly started in a large storeroom, also threatened nearby houses. Chief Fire Officer Errol Maynard briefed reporters at the scene.
We received a call about 6:02 tonight to a bonfire here at the Crane Hotel. We responded initially with 3 water tenders. At present, we have 5 water tenders and about 34 personnel, including Deputy Chief Officer who is in charge of the operations here. At present, the fire is contained. Not yet under control, but it is contained. So basically, it is not spreading to any other property, but it's contained at this point.
Maynard said it will take a few more hours for the fire to be fully extinguished. He, however, assured there's no threat to the residents. Resident Trevor Haynes expressed relief that he was spared major damage as he recalled how the incident unfolded.
But it will take another couple of hours because it's a storeroom, a large storeroom. It means that there are all sorts of things in there that we don't even know what is in there. Clothing, textile, all sorts of things. And therefore, that will take a long time to cool down. So we could be here for a couple of hours.
As you said, there's no immediate danger or threat to the residents in the area?
Not at this time.
The owner of the Crane Resort, Paul Doyle, told reporters he's happy no one was hurt and he has offered to provide accommodation for affected residents.
No one's hurt, that's the main thing. I think it seems like things are under control. They're protecting what they can. It's all outbuildings that have been the problem. Like none of the residential or anything like that. It's a nursery and some of our storerooms, and that's what they're basically trying to protect right now. So
What was your initial reaction when you heard a fire was at your property?
Well, I actually saw the smoke from my house and found out about it, and it sounded at the time like it was under control, but we soon learned that another building caught on fire from it. So we're just thankful that the fire people are here doing a good job, and everybody chipped in to help and protect things. So I think we're all good.
Could you give us some type of estimation of possibly how any money value so far?
No.
What about the people in the hotel? How many people you have here?
Last count a couple of days ago, 160 people.
Is that 50%? Is that 30%? Be able to put that?
It's less than 30%. But it's 160 people. But luckily, it's nowhere close to that.
Will there be any discussion with any of the people living nearby? Most of the people know because of this smoke.
I know we invited some to come and stay here. Okay. So we'll look after who we can.
In other news this Friday, 2 elderly Barbadians have succumbed to COVID-19, bringing the death toll to 18. According to officials, a 75-year-old female was a former patient of the geriatric hospital when she took ill. She was admitted to the Queen Elizabeth Hospital on January 27, but was transferred to Harrison Point 2 days later. The second patient was an 83-year-old man who died at the Accident and Emergency Department of the hospital on Thursday. Health and Wellness Minister Lieutenant Colonel Jeffrey Bostic has extended condolences to the families. I am no racist, so declared Clifford Corbin, a Caucasian Barbadian who drew public outrage after a racially charged outburst in a video circulating on social media this week. In an apology today, Corbin said he was angry after discovering that one of his excavators left on a job site was vandalized. He, however, said it was wrong to utter such distasteful language as he apologized to all Barbadians. Corbin insisted he was no racist and he has treasured friends of all races. In other news, prominent businessman Ralph Busy Williams is outraged at the actions of vandals who targeted one of his prized investments twice in 2 weeks. Security footage at a Lear St. Michael property captured 2 males stoning 2 electric vehicles, one of which is part of government's transport augmentation program. Williams told Barbados Today he intends to take legal action.
2 boys came from the village about 2 weeks ago and crashed, mash up the windshield of the bus with rock. That rock started to mash up the windshield. The police were called. Police trying to spoke to their parents, and we Dan Johnson, who runs the shop out there, decided he wouldn't press charges. God knows why. But anyhow, they returned yesterday, did the same thing again.
Wow.
Knew when she was put in. They returned and broke it up again, and also damaged the electric van.
Wow.
So I don't know what motivated them, but it's not a nice thing to do.
Work is continuing apace on Phase 1 of the Highway Rehabilitation Program. Our news team was out and about this morning and encountered Minister of Transport Works and Water Resources, Ian Gooden-Edgell, and other ministry officials assessing the ongoing work. He's satisfied with the progress and also revealed that Barbadians will benefit from a new feature along the stretch.
Contractors are busy at work, implementing the sidewalk, and we are preparing and taking the sidewalk all the way through in this section. A lot of the pipes have been laid in this particular section. There's just a section just when you approach the Whole Town area, going further north, that we have to lay some additional pipes. But I'm very pleased with the progress thus far. We've made tremendous strides on the seaside, and we are using this period, the contractors are using this period during the pause to execute the additional works on the land side, and we're very pleased with their progress, as I've said. What I'm even more impressed with is that in a COVID environment, you have to make sure that you have adequate protocols. And if you look to your right, you will know, and if you look in this general direction, you will see that there's a sanitization station, and there are multiple stations on this stretch of this particular section, provided by the contractor. In this case, Section 5 is being managed and executed by Infra, and they have stations along here.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Barbados Today, news you can trust.
To regional news, there's been a major spike in COVID-19 cases in Jamaica. According to authorities, the viral illness has claimed 357 lives, and to date there are 16,513 cases. The country is preparing to roll out the AstraZeneca vaccine later this month, and Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton says his ministry will provide support to anyone who gets sick from the vaccine. He said the drug company will not be held liable for anyone who has an adverse reaction.
The drug companies working through the COVAX arrangement that the WHO, World Health Organization, has coordinated, have said that the countries that are accessing the vaccines should sign an indemnity to essentially rid them of liability should anything happen. And that was the basis on which we would access the vaccine. This doesn't apply to Jamaica alone, Ms. Kitty. It applies to all the countries.
On the international front, the United Kingdom, already the cradle of the well-known, more contagious variant of the virus that causes COVID-19, has discovered a new mutation affecting certain strains of the disease, same as the one found in South Africa and Brazil, further complicating the European epidemiological landscape.
A painstaking scientific investigation is underway on British soil. Researchers are trying to hunt down the latest mutation of coronavirus. So far, tests show that 11 people have contracted the newest mutation out of 214,000 positive coronavirus cases. This latest mutation shares genetic information that has also been seen in both the South African and Brazilian variants. But is there reason to worry? The answer is not quite. All viruses mutate. The first UK variant was shown to be more contagious. This second mutation shares that characteristic, but it may also cause the immune system's antibodies to be less effective in the case of reinfection, a concern for this disease expert.
Ce qu'on a vu, c'est qu'il y a une proximité à la fois avec le variant sud-africain, quand on regarde un petit peu le génome de ce variant du variant, mais également avec le brésilien, ce qui est peut-être plus inquiétant. On a vu à Manaus, si vous voulez, des gens qui étaient très proches de l'immunité collective. Il y a une réinfection extrêmement importante.
So will vaccines work as well against newer strains? Although the level of protection won't be as high, it will still be enough, according to researchers.
That's news, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, or like us on Facebook, and sign up for our breaking news alerts via WhatsApp. We're also on Izumi Media and bus terminals, as well as screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. You can also hear us on Mix 96.9 FM and Capital Media HD 99.3 FM.